Dude, this old abandoned iron furnace is amazing. And this is some amazing history, by the way. This is going to be an awesome video. What's up, you guys? Chet Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all with another fun-filled, adventurous Urbex vlog. Anyway, you guys, I am at an undisclosed location here in Tennessee, and I have something very incredible for you guys. Something that is really awesome, and that is a metal foundry, an abandoned metal foundry. Anyway, this foundry was constructed in the 40s. I don't really know when it ceased operations, but just inside is mind-boggling. Anyway, guys, they have a lot of amazing ideas for this property, the people who own it. Part of it they plan to turn into booths. They also plan on putting a music venue here, and they also plan on putting a brewery and a museum in here as well. And plus, reputedly, this place is haunted, so they might even have ghost tours in here as well. And I will say, forewarning, I have gotten the special permission to go here inside to see the building, or buildings. So anyway, you guys, let's get inside. Let's check out this abandoned this abandoned iron foundry. It is here through this door. Let's go inside. Oh my goodness. Okay, now this is where they're talking about putting the booths, kind of like an antique store. But honestly, what it was in a previous life, this is astonishing. And because this was a metal foundry at one point, here they have oh, what do you call them? They have molds that they would use. And so far, these are all the ones that the people who are cleaning this up have found. This is really cool. Look how they have these numbers and how these molds used to work. X Adams. They are a little bit worn, but they are everywhere here on this first floor. And these are all the ones that they've found so far. And I think this is really cool. Look at this old workbench that they have here. You just gotta think, like the last time when a machine operator was working at this bench, even though it hasn't seen the light of day in over 80 years, it's still sturdy. Which that goes to show like how strong manufactured items back in the day hold up. Nowadays, can't really get anything to hold up like that anymore. This is interesting. Look how they had this ramp and opening at one time. Just imagine like all the trucks that would come in, they would come back and forth, and that's how it would work. And I don't know why there is a chair here. It was probably dumped. That's one of the things that I was shown my first tour going through here by the people that are working on this place. It has become a dumping ground for various junk and other things that I guess people that are either less fortunate or just really have nowhere to go. Like I said, look at the numbers that are on that. And it's like they have just stood the test of time, silently as the world around them changed. There's some Bibles. Old Red Note. She's been here this whole time. Oh, and that's cool. I wonder what's in here. Huh, I guess this was a storage room at one point. there's some more Bibles. Some language right there that people have obviously used. So I wonder if there's a reason why they have so many Bibles that are in this room. Maybe it's because it is reportedly haunted, as a lot of people that know this place have said. Now I think we're going to go downstairs. So there is a second floor to this. At least I think I can go down here. I know it leads to the outside. Wood's sturdy for a building that hasn't been used over probably 30 something years. The floor is very, very sturdy. So what's in here? Oh, now. Oh, this is amazing. Here in the basement area, they have these old machines. This is what they would use at the iron foundry. Now, these parts that we're looking at, the people who are working on turning this property into a brewery, a museum, and some shops, this is going to be the museum part of this old foundry. To be honest, this reminds me a lot of of this lost iron furnace in Alabama. Although it's a bit smaller, but just the history behind this place is enough. Like, this place has been, well, sadly it was put on a date to be demolished, but the people who have this, who are cleaning it up, they got an extension. Look at those old signs. Wear goggles or use shield. So I'm hoping that when the city inspector comes out here in about the next 2 weeks, I seriously hope that they approve this building, because there is a lot of potential, like a lot. Look at these old papers from a bygone era. And look at this, no running up and down on steps. So I mean, it must have closed in about the previous 20 years or so. At least that's what I'm thinking. And this is something I was not expecting to see. It's a hard hat. Probably hasn't been worn in over probably 20, 30 something years. But alas, it is a hard hat. And look at that. Let me see, a dust hug. I think this is where all the dust used to get sucked out. So let's get back out in the open. Now, this is kind of why the building is is kind of worse for wear right now. The people who are working on it, they want to get all this cleaned up. But it's probably going to take a little while. But if they could move this and like rebuild the ceiling, this would be something really cool to, like I said, I think this is also where they're talking about putting the brewery, after they clean it up, of course. I mean, because there's just so much potential in this spot. In this area of Tennessee, I never knew this was here. That's the weird part about it. I never knew any of this was here. But a lot of the older people from the area, they know about it. Huh. Oh, cool. Look at those. I take it that's probably what they, when stuff would go out, that would probably clean it. That It's either rubber or leather. And while I was out here, I saw that there was a really big piece of machinery, because that's where we just came from. Let's see if I can't find it. Like I said, I believe it was in this room that I saw it. Should be underneath, well, maybe. You don't see metal crates like that anymore. Okay, maybe it wasn't in here. So anyway, let's go on to that way. But what I did find is I found some fluorescent bulbs. At least I found those. It's not fun to get hit with one of these things. It looks like it might be fun, but really it's not. And that's interesting. They've got these walled off. I guess so the glass can't break. Or no one can break more glass or get inside. I mean, for where this place is at, I mean, you think that people would have done way more damage than this. Yeah, this is the loading dock. This place is utterly fascinating. Just think, there used to be 18-wheelers that used to come up here and drop stuff off and take stuff. And is it just me, or does that look more like a cave? I mean, I know it's drainage, or sewer drain. Well, not really sewer drainage, but creek drainage. But goes all the way over there. Now there is a footbridge out here that is really awesome that we'll take a look here in a minute. So here we go into the belly of the beast. There's one of the rooms. And where we're going, well, that'll take us there. And once we go through this door right here, or what was a door, you'll see like the old blast machinery that they had, like everything that they use to melt metal and turn it into like pig iron and other metal resources. And I don't know what these are. I was showing these on the first tour. So in the comments below, you guys let me know what these are, because I'd really like to know. Now, when they get this place fixed up, this is where the music venue will be. Like, it's large enough. All they really have to do is clean everything up. And the cool thing about this is where they blasted everything. And the floor, there's sand, like actual sand. Oh yeah, and also they have a some employee lockers. You know, if you could clean this up, like paint it, get the dings out, you could probably make a good $500-600 off this. Let's see what's in here. I feel like this is where the showers were. Or the locker room, possibly. Why I say that is, you've got this right here, place where people would sit, and you've also got a group of employee lockers. Actually, speaking of lockers, here's one right here. I mean, I look forward to seeing what my friends are going to do with this place. Like, I mean, there's just so much potential in this one area, and I hope the city sees that. It would definitely bring out the nightlife that the city has been wanting to do. Also builds more of a tourist vibe to the town that we're in. And I know that the town's been looking for that for a really long time. And this is possibly the answer. I mean, you could look how big, like imagine you could probably have like a really famous band up on the stage, and quite honestly, this room could probably fill about maybe 500, 600 people probably. Now that would be something. And I don't know what this is. It says Ajax. But it looks like this is part of the foundry. I'm not sure what it was used for though. We've got some stripped metal, sadly. Some moron has come through here and they got their fix. Look there, look up on the wall right there on the ceiling. Look, it's one of those old fans. And there's even a ramp area right here, a ramp. There we go. I love stuff like this. It's stuff like this on why I made my channel so very long ago. Look, more sand. And I don't know what they're doing with this. That I'm not really too sure. But I know that all this has to come out. Look at the blackened sand. And out here in this area, this is where they have more molds. Although it looks like these kind of beat up. Got some more right here, just lying on the walls. So this is where I'm thinking, probably where they did a lot of the blasting, especially if this is where all the black sand is. Huh, look at that. So even in the face of darkness, you still have a tree. Although it is a sassafras tree, and I think these are technically invasives. This whole room is littered with all these old molds. A lot of them would make really good, really nice museum pieces. Like, I think it would be really cool when this place gets like completely refinished and presentable. It would be cool if they could just like line all these up, like all these old molds, like put it on the side of the wall just to show what this old factory was like. That would be epic. And look at this. That some old, I think that's an old generator. I believe so anyway. I kind of wonder if maybe it fell through the ceiling, or maybe someone tried moving it. Again, clean it up. That would be really nice. But it is gonna take some time. As you all can see, I mean, there are a lot of them, way more than they had upstairs in the main room. I think that was the shop area. Look at this. Look how all that was done. Imagine like all the heat that would come off all those. Now we're kind of back out to the room where it fell through. They were telling me that this is where I think quite possibly a homeless person set it on fire, which really sucks. So much history. Kind of makes you wish that these rocks could talk. Like how much heat and ash and everything went into it. This was something back in its time. That's why it needs to be saved, not demolished and turned into a bunch of expensive apartments that locals can't afford, but rich folks from out of town can. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be negative or anything. I just hate to see that history goes like that. And through this door, or at least I believe it's this one, this is where we'll start to see all the machinery. Now this machinery, they will be turning into a part of the museum. I know I've already said this, but honestly, they get this place up and running, this would be just like a smaller version of the Sloss iron furnace in Birmingham, Alabama. But a nice little piece of down-home history. Now obviously the wood has come out. Here's one of the first big pieces of machinery. I believe this is, well, like I said, the lady that's working on this, she was telling me, I think this is where they did all the blasting, where they did all the heat. But looks like they cut a hole in it. It's in rough shape, but I can't state it enough. There is a metric crap ton of potential in this old property. Like, even if they got rid of like all that, cleaned it out, and saved like the sides of the building, probably, you know, put some supports there and fix the top, that would be really, really cool, especially if they're going to be turning this part into a brewery. However, I think the real creepy part about this is the hands. That is creepy. You know what? They can easily scrub that off and get it clean again. Down we go. Now there's also another cool piece of machinery that's here as well. It's like they used to make ball, I think it was little glass balls or metal balls. I can't remember which. It's kind of bad when you get told and 5 minutes later you're like, what? Huh, what are these? Huh. Okay then. I don't really know what these are. They're everywhere in this room. And that other piece of work, I don't think this is the one that I think this is the other, or this is the bottom of the blast furnace. They were telling me, I think they said the molten metal really had nowhere to go or something. And again, I'm probably wrong on that. But yeah, this is the bottom half of the blast furnace here at this old foundry. And again, this would make for a really cool piece of history, especially clean it up. How would you even go about doing that? I mean, I guess it's thin. Maybe weld that back together. Yeah, it's cool to see like different blast furnaces, because if you all have seen the ones in that Sloss iron furnace, those were gigantic, like Titanic sized. These are very small. But again, clean it up, turn it, like, get all this junk out, make the floor. Oh my God, that would be so cool. And especially like if you get all this rust off, like just get that dark color again, you know, what the iron was. That'd be cool, because you can see number 2, 1.5, whiting, serial number 5535. So if you know anything about like the history behind these kind of furnaces, make sure to let me know, because I know usually those serial numbers can usually show a lot of stuff. But again, as I say, all this has probably got to be cleaned out, but it's worth it. Now on to what I wanted to show you guys. The other major piece of machinery that's still here. Like I said, this is where they made either, I want to say either metal balls or anyway, I can't quite remember. But this is where they would soften them down. Just think, of course, we saw some of these outside. So cool. This is all from the 40s. It's practically like a time capsule. Like when they get done with this, this is going to be astonishing. Can't really see anything in there. See more of the machinery, how it worked. But just think, when this thing was operational, it was doing its job. And they got protective stuff right there. Caution, your protection must be worn in this area. Well, I do not blame them for putting that out there, because I imagine this thing could be very loud when running. Still has the old belts. Open switches before replacing fuses. Huh. I think this is, I think she said this was the duster that would push out all the dust. Also, this is the same room with the big smokestack that y'all can see in the video, or see at the beginning. But yeah, how cool is that? Now, I chose a pretty good day to do this too. It's pretty darn hot outside. Okay. Now there are 2 more things that I want to look at, and I think we'll call this a vlog for another day. And I think that they said this is almost 3 acres of land. And it is beautiful, and it is rustic. And here's the footbridge. Kind of scary looking once you like actually look at it. I can guarantee, as long as you walk on the joists, you're more than likely okay. Just feel a little bit wobbly though. They're kind of hoping to maybe get the water running a little bit. So that would be nice. I don't know where that goes to. I was told that there's really nothing out in that spot. But here, this is where they're talking about putting in a picnic area. And Just think when they get all this cleaned up, it will be something. That's what I'm talking about. As of right now, this is where they keep more of the molds. These are very, very interesting. They're just all here. I mean, this was amazing at one point. And you know what, you guys? This is going to be another vlog for another day. And well, I want to say this too. The people that are working on this project, they want me to make a YouTube channel about the progress of this place. And I'm going to do it. They want me to come out here every 2 weeks. Every time they get more and more stuff cleaned up. Wouldn't that be so cool to see the side-by-side comparison? But anyway, guys, love y'all very much. Make sure to like and subscribe. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care. I think I want to see more awesome videos like this. So without further ado, you guys, this vlog is over. See y'all in the next one. Peace.